You know what it is, man. It's your boy DJ Damage, man. Back in this thing, man. Long overdue. Season 2, episode 3. Got my dog in here, man. You
Blessings,
can't
my
talk
brother. Thank you for
promo.
the opportunity.
Of course, you can't talk street promo. You can't talk grind. Even taking it back to then. What I mentioned to my boy here, man, Kingpin, a.k.a. Rap Juggernaut, man. What's going on with you, brother?
Slow motion, man. Sitting at the house on the unwind, just finished a long day of running around and trying to make things happen, smoking a blunt. And
Yes,
it
sir.
seems like we've been trying to get on this interview and make this happen for quite some time, man. And I apologize to you and all your followers and all your supporters for not being able to get on here sooner. But we on here now, and we
We
definitely
here,
going to talk
bro.
about whatever it is you want to talk about, my brother. You family,
Yes,
whatever you
sir. We
say
here, man.
goes.
One thing about it, bro, is timing. Timing is everything. You know what I mean? So, God's plan. We here now. You know what I'm saying? So, how's
Straight up.
everything been, man? What's going on with
Everything has
you?
been good, man. Everything has been good. We lost a couple people because of COVID, and we had to pick up some new trades. We had to pick up some new skills. We had to refine some old ones. We had to find new creative ways to be able to get music to the people. We had to find new creative ways to get our DJs and some of our staff members and team members and creatives involved in
Right.
the exposure process and trying to find a new and creative way to do things. So that
Absolutely.
our time has been consumed with that lately, man, just trying to figure out the new wave.
How's that been going for you?
It's been going great. We've been able to stay real productive. We've been able to grow. We started off last year. We had 8 rolling clients going into 2020. Going into 2021, we've got 65 active clients.
Fire.
Our roster is real extensive. We're touching genres from everything from African music to folk music to gospel music. We've got artists based in Nigeria. We've got artists based in America. We're just working our move in different platforms and trying to expand and cover as much ground as possible in the digital age, man. So I'm just thankful that I have an amazing team around me and people that can help facilitate that. I'm an asshole, so I demand a lot from the people around me and from my team. And I've just been blessed to find some like-minded individuals.
You gotta be, man. You gotta, and see, the thing about it is you're installing that mind state in people's brain. You get what I'm saying? Like, how you
lead by example.
Everybody got to move the same way. If not, how the hell is it gonna work? You know what I'm saying?
Well, most people don't want to get at the game. Most people just want to watch the game and talk about it. It's a lot easier to wake up and be a Monday morning quarterback and sit by the water cooler and talk about what you would have did when you had the opportunity. So most people don't really want to get involved in the game. To get involved in the game requires an obscene amount of commitment. Those people that you see playing on Sundays or those celebrities that you see on the main stage, like, that shit didn't happen for Beyonce overnight. You know what I'm saying? Like, Beyonce didn't become one of the biggest names in the entertainment industry from one day to the next. It didn't happen with one record. It didn't happen with 10 records. It happened over 20 years. Her mom and her dad had to quit their jobs and sacrifice everything that they had and believed in because they believed in their daughter enough. That's an amazing sacrifice that 9 out of 10 people won't make. And because they won't make it, they cheer on those that do. And some people, they have a warped sense of reality, and to each their own, man. But the commitment that it takes to be successful, the grind, the work ethic, the selfishness, because you have to be selfish to be successful. You got to ball yourself up in a corner, and you can't come out of that motherfucker until you're ready. And when you do, it's got to be about you. And a lot of times we surround ourselves with people that aren't about that.
Absolutely. So let's take it back to the beginning, man, because, in the introduction, I said, we talk about hard grind. We talk about street promo. We're in 2021. A lot of these cats now don't even know what the fuck that is. And if you tell them, yo, you got to go out there and put posters up, they'll look at you like you're retarded.
They don't know how. They won't know what to do. They'll give a poster and a stapler, and they're going to look at you like it's Chinese. Right.
Yeah, right. So I can't hear you.
They just see success.
Right. No, absolutely. Exactly. So I want to take it back to the beginning, man, like, because you've been putting in work for a very long time. Like, your name's been circulating. Like, I've been around. I've been one of those people that have always been around that really said much, even before I was, like, DJing in a sense. I remember seeing you in clubs years ago. But the vibe.
We've been doing it for a minute, almost 20 years.
What made you get into this stuff?
I was working a square job. My younger brother, who's sitting on the couch, was living with me at the time, and he had some classmates that they were rappers, and they came to my house one day and they'd asked me to look over their contract. And just because I was an adult, I guess, not for any other reason. And I was talking about it the very next day with one of my coworkers, mentioning how, you know, how crazy and how shiesty it was that somebody gave these kids a blank contract and wanted them to sign it and then give it back to them blank and signed. So one of my other coworkers overheard me. He was like, "Hey man, you know something about the music business?" And I was like, "Nah, man, but I know common sense business, and you know this shit ain't right." You know what I'm saying? So we started talking. Come to find out, he was an artist. They had a studio. They invited me over one day after work, and the studio was like 4 blocks away from our house, coincidentally. And we ended up going over there one night after work, and we used to work the night shift, so we got there about 11 o'clock, and we didn't leave the studio until like 10 o'clock the next morning. So you know, I don't know how to rap. I didn't know how to make beats. I don't know how to do any of that. I just knew I wanted to get involved in some way, shape, or form. I loved what they had going on, and I wanted to be a part of that. I wanted to take it to the next level. So I had to learn how to do things. I had to learn how to burn CDs. I had to learn how to design covers because we didn't have any money. They didn't have any money, and I couldn't. I was working to support my family and pay my bills, so I didn't have no extra money. You know what I mean? So we had to learn how to do all of those things ourselves. So in order for me to do street team effectively the way I wanted to in Tampa and in the city that I was living at the time in Hillsborough County, I had to be able to get a peddler's permit because I was setting up shop and selling CDs in front of clubs late night with a generator and bottles of water and putting up posters and walking around with a megaphone and all that shit. So, you know, I got into the marketing side because I've always had that you know, insane work ethic, right? Where, you know, I give all thanks and all credit to that to my father. That man was you know, he had a roofing company, so he would wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning every day, no matter what he did
My
the night
dad was
before.
a contractor, so I already know.
He had to get up and make it happen every day. He had a team and a family that was relying on him. So I kind of took that same approach to the music business. You know what I mean? And I apply a lot of common sense street logic. I apply a lot of the code, you know what I mean, of the street code into what I do and how I operate. And we just move relentlessly, man. You know, at the end of the day, when you're moving with a purpose, people are going to either applaud you or they're going to get the fuck out of your way.
Absolutely. That's a
You know what I mean?
right
So
there. You're right. So I'm going through that right now.
and you know what, my brother,
it's
it's all part of the growth. It's all part of the process. You know what I mean? I don't expect somebody that doesn't have the vision that I do to understand how I move. So I expect them to critique it and talk about it. They talked about Jesus, so feel free to hate on me.
Right. No, facts.
Straight up.
Man. So you've been doing this for a while, man. Like the whole, like even going back to like I was saying, like street team, putting up posters, promoting, like you were saying, out there selling CDs with water bottles and a generator, like that doesn't exist. None of that exists anymore. I mean, yeah, you're
Well,
blowing
you
on
still have
social
some
media.
people that do it. I'm not going to say it doesn't exist no more. You got
Well,
people like
you're
Showbiz
right.
Entertainment and the Clinton. You got people like Lex Promotions down in Miami. You still got Mercedes Streets in Orlando. You still got Two Official up here in Atlanta. You know, there are still some titans in
But
the
in a
street,
sense,
but it's a
different,
lost art form because, and I'll say this, not to cut you off, right?
That's what I meant.
There's no pride in doing this. You can't be a proud motherfucker doing this. See, I didn't want to go in the club. I wanted to go outside the club and I wanted to gift wrap the club. I don't want to be in the section. I want to know when the club is getting ready to get let out so we can go outside and stand at the doors and give everybody a CD and a flyer. I want to get to the club before it opens so I can help the DJ carry all his equipment in and so I can roll up and do all that shit and talk to him and remind them, hey, bro, don't forget to drop my record at midnight because I want to be a part of the process. So people don't understand that you have to play your role. And sometimes your role may be to block. I know you want to throw the touchdown or you may want to catch the touchdown. You may want to break for 60. But if your role is to open the block so that the man behind you can score, the goal should be the team winning, right? Individual achievements are what's going to help the team achieve success. So be the best version of yourself, but also understand that you're operating in the greater sense of the good. So the team has to be in place. So one of the things that I didn't know then that I know now is that nothing individually by itself works in the music industry. One thing by itself will not work. One service, one platform, one outlet, one song, one video. True enough, all it takes is one song to become a superstar. However, introducing one song improperly with no metadata, having no team to push it, no team to service it, and all of those things is going to be a detriment to your success, and it'll keep you where you are at the beginning perpetually. You'll never leave from there.
I learned that from the beginning, though. That's how I've always moved. I've always been a team player, but that's how it should be. But like you said, everybody got to know their role. You know, you got to have
the name on the front of the jersey is going to be more important than the name on the back of the jersey.
Boom. Right
And
there.
people have to move.
Huh?
They have to move with a purpose. And when you have a movement that you align yourself with, that's one of the things that Bigga Rankin instilled in us a long time ago, is that we're
Shout out
building
to
a
OG.
brand. In order to be relevant in this business, in order for me to become a king, I have to crown a king. You understand? So in
1,000%.
that capacity and in that mindset, I have to do everything that I have to do to get my clients to the next level in order for me to continue to stay in business.
Mm.
And that's the goal. I'm addicted to winning. I'm addicted to success. I'm addicted to streams. I'm addicted to plays. I'm addicted to shares. I'm addicted to DJ feedback. I'm addicted to blog posts and curator feedback, because I get excited when I get one person to open an email. Then 5 people is only one more blast away. When I get 10 people to reply to a post, then 30 people replying to that post are only a couple more pieces of engagement away. I'm always wanting more, because at the end of the day, the success for our clients should be all of our goals. DJs, media personnels, journalists, bloggers, writers, videographers,
Right.
TikTok dancers, creators, creatives. Everybody should have a goal in mind. How and what? What do you want, and how do you plan to get it?
Right. No, absolutely. I seen somebody in the comments just put Wisdom Wednesday. That's facts, man. That's facts. Hey, shout out to DJ Demp in here. Shout out to Hip Hop Everything, one of the sponsors of this podcast. Nothing but
Man,
love.
that's the family right there, bro. Drago, the whole family, man. I love them guys down there, man. These are
My
the people
guy
that have been
right
holding
there,
me
man.
down from day fucking one. Without people like that, I can't make an impact. Without the people on my team, without the OG Tonys, and without the DJ I Salutes and the DJ Cubes and the Teflons and the Kansas City Cash and the Hip Hop Everythings and the Yoshis and the Big Cuz and the Big DMs, without people like that around me, man, I can't be as successful as I am, because it takes a team. I'm only
Takes
as
a team.
strong as the people that I
Going back to what
surround
you were
myself
saying.
with. Yeah, man. Shout out
Takes
to
a
Too
team.
Lit TV. Shout out to Beto. Shout out to all the street team guys, man. Everybody that has contributed to our success, we still keep in touch with them. Anybody that has come around us and is still around us are the ones that have taken losses and are going to share the victories. A lot
Shout
of
out my
people
boy
come around
DJ
and they
Wayne
want
in
to
here
soak
too.
up the game, and they can't.
Mm-hmm.
When they can, they leave. And that's to be, expected. It's the entertainment industry. Everybody want to run off with your drip.
Yeah, no, that's facts, man. Whatever you do, you're right. You always got people watching and plotting. You know what I mean? You're right. So,
As
but
a
yeah,
hustler,
man,
you
I
can't be
appreciate
afraid
you.
of that, though. As a hustler, me, I,
Yeah.
I show you exactly what I'll do. I'll give you all of my contacts. You can have my phone, go through that bitch, grab every app, go through my email, grab every email address. You ain't me, motherfucker. You can't do what the fuck I can do. I learned how to do what the fuck I do now by losing, by sacrificing, by ramen noodles, by 10 motherfuckers in a room, by everybody splitting 99-cent burgers. My little brother sitting right there on the couch, he'll tell you. This is the shit that we did. We would go out and do street team. DJ went on the line. These motherfuckers will tell you for CTE, when we dropped that Trapper Die 2, it was 10 motherfuckers in one hotel room in South Beach. And we hand packaged and
Grinding.
distributed 15,000 CDs in 3 days. Stuffed them and passed them out. Right? And we was the reason that motherfucking mixtape was alive that weekend. That was the weekend that Rick Ross dropped BMF with Diddy, and it went the whole other direction.
Yeah.
And we just did a whole bunch of shit. Bigga was real deep with CTE that time. That was the only feature on Trapper Die 2 was Bigga Rankin featuring
Yeah.
Jeezy on the
I remember
Takeover,
that.
right?
Yeah, that's right.
So
Yeah.
it was just like, we've helped be a part of a lot of the campaigns. You know what I mean? Plies' first run, that shit was legendary, man. We were able to be a part of that. Flow Rider's first run, legendary. Briscoe, Cash Money, BG. We've Bootsy, Webby, Trade of Truth, T.I., shit, Bigga's got 50 Cent dub plates. You know what I mean? Like, Bigga was the first DJ to bring Tupac to Florida. Bigga brought Wu-Tang Clan to Florida. You know what I mean? So I've either been a part of history or I'm affiliated with the people that have helped shape hip-hop history. And for that, I'm always indebted to the culture. And that's why I do more for free by lunch to help independent artists than most motherfuckers do all year. And I say that shit with pride, because that's one of the things that me and everybody around me is about, helping each other excel. Again, understand this. Anybody watching this, anybody gonna play this bitch back, put this down, tweet it, put it in a book. In the entertainment industry, you will never become a king until you crown one.
1,000.
Yeah. Or a
That's the
queen,
realest shit I
motherfucker.
heard, man.
Or a
That's the
queen,
realest shit
because
I
the
heard all
ladies are
day. You're
taking
right.
over.
You're absolutely right, man. Because You know what? And I see it's something I seen the other day too. I could show you my hand and still win. You know what I'm
All day you
saying?
can't play my cards for me, bro. I learned that up the road playing spades. I can play with my cards turned around, motherfucker. You can't stop this.
Say that. So, what made you fall in love with this though? You know, you always have that. Everybody has that moment that they fell in love with this right here. What was that for you?
Me and my partners, when I was in the penitentiary, I was locked up with a dude named Zay from Tampa, and Zay was a rapper. So he used to beatbox on the Foot Locker, and he used to go the fuck in, man. And that shit was like the dopest shit in the world to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I had always loved rap music and loved hip hop music, and it was like to see it be creative. And then we would sit on the bunk and we would drink coffee and we would talk about what we was gonna do when we got out. I want to open a club. I want to open a strip club. Oh, I want to open a record label, man. I'm gonna get on stage and we would talk about it. You know, all the stuff that we would do. And then I got out of prison. And I started working a square job, you know what I mean? Because I had to survive and I wasn't about to try to go back to prison. So I was doing fire sprinklers and then ended up moving from Miami to Tampa, ended up getting hurt on the job. And, you know, when the opportunity presented itself for me to taste or to hands-on what it is that I loved, that first day that I was in the studio, that I sat there and then I heard a motherfucker just turn the equipment on and that hum, that when the microphone turned on. You know what I mean? And the sound the computer made, that doom doom doom, and that motherfucker turned on, and just like it made me feel a certain kind of way. And then to see people create, you know what I mean? Like still to this day, rappers, writers, producers, engineers, videographers, graphic designers, that's still some of the most amazing shit in the world to me. To see somebody take a concept and to be able to manifest that into something that then becomes collaborative, to where the artist lends his lyrics, the graphic designer lends his vision for the artwork, the video director lends his vision for the videos and for the movies, the PR deliver their vision for the overall campaign, the team delivers their, and like it's just fucking amazing to really understand and to really watch. You know, I was having a meeting yesterday with a label out of Cincinnati, Excellent Music, got some amazing artists, Pedro and Good Look. And we were sitting around the table, and it was 10 brothers around the table, 5 of which had been to prison for at least 5 years or more. And to think that we were all sitting around a table as business owners, as entrepreneurs, as record label owners, as clothing designer owners, as studio owners, to understand that as in a society where 20 years ago that wouldn't have been possible.
Right.
15 years ago it would have been possible. So for now, for a bunch of ex-cons to be able to sit around the table and talk square business and really have an understanding of what it is that they're trying to do and how to achieve that goal, to me is just mind-blowing, man. So the very first time that I heard my partner Zay beat on a motherfucking on a Foot Locker in the cell, and that motherfucker rapped, that was the day that I knew I wanted to be a part of the creative process of the music industry. I wanted to be able to create, and you know, with street teams, you got to be creative. You got to figure out different ways to get exposure for your clients. With digital street teams, you got to figure out different ways to get exposure for your clients. So once you're a creative mind, you're always going to have to find a way to create. And that's one of the things that I love about this business, is that it gives me the opportunity to learn and to recreate every single day. A new artist, a new brand. I get 50 different trappers. That doesn't mean I can deliver 50 identical game plans. Every artist, every genre, every sound has to have their own movement going for them. So we have to be able to deliver on that. So as creative as the clients get is as creative as we get. And then we're able to deliver things, you know, where we can, you know, blimps and race cars like Showbiz, or, you know, logos on the wall, or big rap trucks like Mercedes used to have. You know what I mean? We can deliver all of those things and deliver it for a campaign. It's just amazing to me, man. So that's why I love the music business more than anything, is because I get to wake up every day and figure out how to help somebody chase their dream. Like, I got the best job in the fucking world,
That's
bro.
fucking real.
Oh God, man.
Breaking it down,
we
how you
chase
breaking
dreams
it down,
every day.
Nah, it's real, man. Breaking it down, how you breaking it down, bro. Like a lot, you got to give respect to creators, because, like, a lot of this shit's overlooked. Like, you got to give producers a lot of respect. Graphic designers, a lot of respect, because it's natural born talent that they're giving you.
And listen, and you know what's scary? I'm gonna say 8 out of 10 of the people in the urban side of the music industry are self-taught.
Facts.
Video directors, video editors, graphic designers, engineers. Half the badass engineers that I
Shit,
know
DJs.
taught themselves how to fucking engineer. DJs, these guys are self-taught. And, you know, it takes a commitment and an unrelentless and undying belief in yourself to be able to throw yourself out there and say, I don't want to work for nobody else. I don't want stability. I want the chaos of working and owning for myself. So if I don't hunt, then I don't eat.
That's
it's very different than going to fucking and punching somebody else's clock. You know what I mean? No matter what you do.
Yeah,
if you sell flowers, if you sell coffins, if you sell sneakers, if you out there and you working for yourself, I salute you because you work 20 hours a day and rest more.
Yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely, man. Let the people know, you know, that might be up under a rock, where they can find you, follow you, any artists you consult in, anything like that, man. Plug in real quick.
You know, right now, I'm sending everybody to the website, ArtRevSol.com. Everybody's always asking me, you know, how do I get my music to you, man? What do you do? How can you help me? How can you help my campaign? How can you help this? And in order for me to be able to tell them that, I need more information. I can't just open an email and just that give me enough information to be able to tell you how me and my associates will be able to help. Let me say this. We offer A to Z artist services, okay? So there's nothing that you can think of. There's nothing that you can do. There's nothing that you can want that we personally cannot deliver on, all right? So I say all that to say this. Understanding how to release music, knowing how to release music, knowing the proper protocol and procedures, knowing the timing and the scheduling that it takes, those are the things that while everybody else was busy chasing clout, we were busy chasing infrastructure. While everybody else was asking for attention, we were asking for information, right? Because we understand that as the industry evolves, so does the methods with which we have to deliver music to the platforms so they can ultimately deliver to the consumer. Right. And if we're not abreast and if we're not evolving with that system, then what we start to do is practice an antiquated method of delivering music, which puts the independent artist that relies on right now reactions to be able to feel good about their content and to be able to gauge if they're putting out the right content.
Right.
So, you know, factoring all of those different things into the equation are some of the things that we've been specializing in as of late, is figuring out what we can do for you and how we can help you. So I say all that to say this. My email, strongfamilyinfo@gmail.com, is public information. It's been that email for almost 20 years. My phone number, 678-542-6768, is public information. Google it. It don't change. I'm not going to answer the phone if I don't know the number, but I'll reply to a text message. Yeah. All right. If you want to contact me about the music business, if you want to know anything that I know, if you want some tips, you want some advice, you want some feedback, you want the game, you want the numbers, you want all of that stuff, one website, ArtRevSol.com, 12 letters, ArtRevSol.com. Go to that website, navigate. There's some links we were offering, and we were offering it last year. And even though we're making money, we're still offering it this year, okay? Because we want these artists to know where they're fucking up at. We offer a free industry audit to anybody that goes to the website and can provide us with their artist name, with their Twitter and Instagram URL, and a link to their most recently released project, whether it's on iTunes, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on AudioMac, anything that they've released recently, and some of their social media handles, so that some of our authorized and vetted team members can go through and perform this audit on you, your platforms, your content, check your engagement rate, check your placements, check your activity, check and see if these spins and these plays got 176,000 followers. That's amazing. Why the fuck are you only on 2 foreign playlists? What, do you want to be the hottest motherfucker in India? Well, let me tell you something, bro. Those are Muslim-speaking countries. Those are Muslim countries. So the first time they catch you out there talking about fuck, bitch, motherfucker, death, and all this shit, they finna ban your puss ass, and your shit ain't never gonna get played over there again. And you gonna miss out on the 1.8 billion people in fucking India and the 1.3 billion people in China that stream music. You worried about these little 65,000 fucking funky ass followers that the next motherfucker got that you think you hotter than, instead of worrying about the immediate ones that are on you. So let me help you change all that, man. ArtRevSol.com, ArtRevSol.com. I'm giving you a free $500 audit. I'm opening the motherfucking industry to you. I'm giving you the tips. I'm showing you where you fucking up at. I'm not just gonna sit here and talk you to death. I'm gonna provide you with the screenshots because I want you to think of me as the prescription to your success.
There you go.
I'm not who you come see when you want to get better. I'm who you have to see to get better.
That's real shit right there,
that
man. Y'all heard him. Y'all know what I'm saying? I'm gonna this episode comes out Thursday on YouTube. So for those that didn't catch it live, I get to go back and, you know what I mean? If y'all did catch it and want to hear him again and all that, definitely go on there and repeat the episode out on Thursday, you know what I'm saying? But
I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you so
give,
much, man. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate it, man.
Come on, man. Well, any shout outs you want to give?
Shit, man. Shout out to you, my brother. Shout out to everybody on this live. You know what I mean?
Nice,
Shout out to everybody waking up tomorrow morning and getting their kids ready for school. Shout out to everybody that's gonna get up and go chase the bag, regardless of what they're going through. More importantly, shout out my team. Shout out everybody that supports me, that contributes to my success and the success of those around me. Shout out to all of our paying clients. Shout out to all of our non-paying clients. Shout out to the people that won't help, man. Shout out to everybody, because I tell you what, man, my blessings come from God. There ain't nothing that anybody in this world can do for me that the big man doesn't do every day when I open my eyes. So as long as I can wake up every day, provide for my team, provide for my family, and understand that God makes it all possible, everything else is extra for me, man. I'm humbled to the point of where I'm grateful for every opportunity and every platform and every person that wants to hear me talk. I consider it an honor, because not too long ago, bro, I was sitting on a prison bunk as a piece of shit with a DC number, trying to figure out how I was going to do this thing called life. And fast forward, I'm still a piece of shit with a DC number, but I'm doing pretty good at this thing called life. And I'm helping some of these other guys get pretty good at these things called life as well, man. So I'm just thankful and I'm grateful for all the support that you, your team, and everybody continues to give us, man. So shout out all of y'all motherfuckers, man.
You know
Pound Promo Vatican, bitch, fuck with me. Prayers for help.
Well, I appreciate you, man. Kingpin, man, it's nothing but love, bro. Shout out to Ado Clothing, man, my sponsor on here. Shout out to Hip Hop Everything, my sponsor.
Man, send me a sweater, send me a t-shirt, man, or send me a link. I'm buying whatever the fuck, man. Whatever you got going on that's helping you feed your family, I'm involved in it too, bro. So let me know how we can help.
Appreciate that,
we're going to get it in, bro.
Yes, sir. Well, shout out to
21 salute, my brother. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
Love, bro.